Suffolk took home the chip. You know, I had like 17 RBIs.
Wow.
No, no. It's up there though.
Wow.
Rich has the book. We gotta look. So, we're gonna do some tarot cards. What
Tarot?
I'm just kidding.
Tarot? He's like tarot. I'm like, what's a parrot or tarot? What's going on over here?
Oh boy.
All right. So what are you looking to? You have a question? You have something, Jimmy? You're trying to find out?
I got a million questions.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got a million answers. They might not be good, but
I mean, hey, if it's the answer, it's good.
see, right now we're showing up for Brother Jim, aka Just Jimmy. He's made appearances on the Fourth Part podcast, the Days in the East podcast. Brother Jimmy's new to the craft, and in times of crisis.
I wouldn't say crisis. I'm not in crisis.
In times of crisis, we like to show up for our brothers in ways that may offer support, guidance, and direction. Jonathan Maldo's magic is here to service us and give us that direction, to be that datum on the map of, help me out here.
On the map of consciousness.
Gotcha.
The map of consciousness, my brother.
Very good.
Yeah, there's two you could do. There's a new one I've started working with. It's just the court cards. I'm only using 16 cards.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like just a different way to kind of really get a defined question, or to really hone in on what you're looking for. Or we could just do it the regular way, and I could just shuffle cards and just do.
So like just feel the vibes, brother.
Whatever you feel.
Yeah, whatever you feel.
Whatever you feel the energy in the room is telling you to do.
You know what? I'm going to do it the regular way because I just started learning the other way. So let's keep it.
Could the other way be more pure? Because now it's not tainted
Or diluted.
Of years of experience.
Yeah. So I just have to follow some instructions for it. That's the one thing. So but if you guys don't mind,
Not at all.
then all right.
Now, do I have to just think of the question?
That's usually how questions work, just
Well-
Jimmy.
Well, no. Do I got to state the question or just think of the question?
Oh no.
That's my question. That's my first
So
question.
so basically, all
fortune
right.
teller.
So no. All right. Just
Sorry.
disclaimer. No, tarot's not about telling fortunes. All right. Tarots are keys to your consciousness. Can you get confirmations? Can you get direction? Can you get answers with some stuff? Yes, you can. But not telling the future art so you can go pick lotto numbers, and
Correct.
that's not the best way to use it. But so this one basically, yes, you.
So then how should I come into a tarot reading?
Okay. Now, pure of heart,
Okay.
what your intentions are, and with what your question is. So you should. Let me see if I can
I
pull
don't know
it
if I
up.
have a question or more I'm looking for direction in certain, or guidance.
Structure it it's just a conversation, really. And then actually, the
Oh, so
questions-
guidance is on a particular subject.
There's a couple of circumstances that I could use some guidance on. Business, personal.
Excellent.
things
And
like
you know
that.
what the circumstances are, right?
Yes.
So then, whatever way the message gets transmitted, you're going to know what and how it applies to the certain situation.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you
So,
still gonna work this thing? Or what? You want to
hold on. My coughing smells.
coughing spells?
Yeah, sometimes it's like,
Getting real magical over
Coughing
here.
spells? I've seen this in the Green Mile. Sorry.
so, sometimes it's the air quality. So, there's a different method. It's a court QA method. So it's a way, we're not using the full deck. We're going to just use 16 of the court cards. So those like kings, queens, pages, knights. So there's 16 of them. And there's 4 different suits. So within tarot, you have the wands, the cups, the swords, and the pentacles, which represent fire, water, air, and earth. So different parts of us. Fire is like our willpower, energy. Water is like our emotional part of us.
Okay.
Air or swords is our like intellect, and earth is more materially grounded, like personal things as far as like maybe wealth accumulation, job, material gain.
Okay.
So that's what the 4 suits represent. So we'll shuffle these cards a little bit. You understand, you know what situation or items, you know, that you're looking for some more clarity or guidance on. This is just a step into just kind of honing down with some questions. I had some questions here too as well. We could kind of direct it to get some insight for you. All right, so the first one is you got the question in mind. You want more clarity on different situations, right?
Correct.
Okay. So we're going to have you pick the first card.
So there's 16 of them?
Yeah, so you don't have to, you just pick one right now.
Yeah.
These are like 2-card pulls, but there's a specific way it's pulled, and each card will direct to a certain question within that. So now let's flip it over. Whatever way you flip it over is the way it's going to be. All right, wish we had the camera on that. But so what? So he has the Knights of Swords. Okay, Knight of Swords. That's his first card. So with this, on the first card, what we want to do first is now we want to check the court. So what suit it is. So it says swords. So that means that swords upright calls for how do you overcome the obstacles. So it's a specific question to it. So if it's upright, it's how do you overcome the obstacles. So that's what you need. That's what you need to figure out on how you need to overcome these items that may be seen as obstacles. What this card is saying right now. So now the next step is we look to the further thing. So now consider the rank of the card. So now the rank. So what is it? It is a knight. So now that means that how do you overcome these obstacles in the midterm for the best possible outcome? So meaning in now, not midterm, maybe not the immediate present, but not in the future. So how do you what's the best outcome for this situation? So that's just the first thing to kind of hone in on that. We need to figure out a way that you can overcome these obstacles.
Okay.
Within the midterm, Now, the next one is, to get an answer, we're going to draw another card and consult the relevant response, which uses reversals, taking the rank first and then the suit. So let's do.
So now, should I be applying this to one specific question, or should what this is telling me determine which question I apply it to? Does that make sense?
Yeah, we could do that. So how this particular reading works is that now we could hone in on which question, right? If you came into it saying I need to know about this, then you already did that. But they could be used to help you to hone in on which was the main focus.
Which question these cards are talking about.
Exactly. So then from there we could pull 2 more.
Gotcha.
And you start the process again, honing on a solution or some better insight. So let's pull the second card to get the answer on which one you should focus on right now, okay? No, he was... All right, he was straight to that. He knew what he wanted right there. All right. So
yeah,
now...
because I tried to shoot for 10 and 16.
Why?
All right, so you got another knight. So that's interesting right there, right? Knight, so it's both situations showing you that you're equipped with the armor of righteousness, the armor of protection to deal with these situations. So in either way, you're equipped for it. It wasn't a king, wasn't a queen, so maybe you don't have the full mastery to attack it, but you're equipped. You have all the right tools and you have the right protection going into it.
Okay.
So that's just from my thing. So now to tie it to what it says here is now the next one we want to do is draw on. We're going to use the rank first. So the rank is a knight. So if it's upright, it means take action swiftly. So whatever you feel like, if this is for talking about it, if it's deciding which one is what, maybe it's telling you to take action swiftly on deciding which one is important.
Yeah.
Because how are you gonna figure something out if you're just still don't even understand which one is the right one to attack first? So you gotta act swiftly right now, it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So using that energy to attack it. The next one we look at is the suit. It is cups. So that means that in the depths of your feelings and intuition. So act swiftly in the depths of your feelings and intuition. So meaning act swiftly within your emotions of what you feel. It's showing that there's something about how you feel about the situation. This is an emotional decision, it looks like, from connecting it to this type of card.
Okay.
And it's something that it's showing you to get in touch with your intuition to guide you on which item you need to act swiftly on.
It's crazy too, because like when you look at everything has something to do with something over here. But like you look at right, so this one is running into the battle, right? No hesitation. But even the horse is like, are you sure?
Yo, he really does. He really does. He's got that look on his face like he's looking back at the night like, yo, you.
And then this one is like.
It's like he ran into battle and then is coming back now.
Not so much to battle.
No.
This one could be going into battle too, but it's more of a direction, right? The vehicle is in line with the driver, right? So the horse is looking straight, but it's also trotting with conviction as opposed to rushing into it recklessly, right?
That's why it says he should connect with his intuition. Because with
just emotion.
It's one thing that act on your mind. It is an emotional thing you need to figure out, overcome, and connect to that's got maybe guiding it, but the intuition part you need to maybe also connect to your intuition, also connect to that higher, that divine, guidance, your higher self, guardian angel, whatever you believe within your heart that's guiding you. That's guiding you on that.
He's been seeing 333 everywhere. His flights.
333 and even 33 come up everywhere in my life, only since I've been raised to the Master Mason. 33 and a third.
It just follows him everywhere.
333 is and we do something called the theosophical reduction. That means you take all the numbers, you add them up. So 3 plus 3 is what? 6. 6 plus, so you get 9. So then we take that number and say, oh, what card does it connect to? It connects to the Hermit. What's the Hermit about? Intuition. So it's like it's showing you something.
Wow.
It's showing you gotta get in touch with your intuition, which now is showing you there. And now to further define, more insight, direction, and more clarity on the situation, then we could pull 2 more cards again. So, are you now kind of define? From this, can you make a more defined question?
No, because both of them,
okay,
both of the circumstances that I'm dealing with, I have to do both of these. And both of these cards apply.
And it's interesting too, because this one is about this is like intellect. This is like both 2 sides of the brain. This one represents like your analytical aspect, the intellectual way of handling it, and this one is more about the emotional way of handling it. So it looks like you're battling that right now. So all right.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It shows literally because you're a knight. Knights, what do? They're ready for the battle. All right. So now we're going to start the process again. You're going to pick a card. Okay. All right, so you flip it over.
Oh, no, you gotta leave it the way it was.
Upside down?
Yeah, upside down.
All right, good, because reversals mean something. So now we're going to get back in touch with it. You got the question. So, so now it is cups. Motion it again, but cups reverse. It says, what has been learned from the failures of the past? So what have you learned about your failures of the past within this battle of different ways to handle situations? You're torn with this way, you should do, but then you're torn with the other way because you feel about this, So what have you learned from the past with how you dealt with stuff and what the outcome was?
Yeah.
That's what that card. That's where it's trying to hone in on right now for you.
Gotcha.
And only you know that. You don't have to answer that.
Yeah.
And now the next part of that one we check is the rank of the card. So it's a page. So now this means in the short term, it's really now it's honing in that it's just something you need to figure out in the short term. You need to make a decision on it right now. Not like right now, but in the short term, let's not push it out.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but this one's mine. But you won't let it go, so I'm gonna turn you upside down. So it falls out of your cup.
I hate you. Oops. I hate you.
You want to dump the cup? I'm going to dump you.
I hate you.
So now we draw
I
another
really
card.
don't, but I love you, but
No, sometimes we need it. Sometimes as brothers and as friends, right? As human beings, we need to be mirrors for sometimes, because sometimes I don't see things and my brother might show me something. Look, you're not looking at it this way.
Yeah.
You might show me something, you know? Hopefully I might show you guys something, you know? But we want to be mirrors for each other. Sometimes we don't see it all. So, all right, let's pull another one to get further clarity on this.
upside down again.
More emotion, man. You got cups again. It's really, you're all about
cups on cups on cups.
So now we're gonna go first. Consult the rank first. The rank first. So it's a queen reverse. Means you have. You ready for this one?
Uh-oh.
Cut back and be ruthless.
Oh,
aborting what is not working. Cut back and be ruthless. You need to just sever it, cut it, abort what is not working.
God damn.
It doesn't get more direct than that.
Sip my tea.
Yeah.
All right, Kermit.
And with the suit,
It's starting to get hot in here.
so cut, right? Cut it out, it said, sever it off, abort it, just, but what doesn't serve you, but it says without muddying the waters. So, meaning the way you do it without muddying the waters. Without muddying the waters means without really causing too much emotional stress on yourself and whatever the other situation or is within that. Whatever parties are involved with this decision, with what you have to. Let me just read that again. With what you have to cut back and be ruthless, aborting what is not working. Make sure while you're doing that, you're not gonna be muddying the waters.
But this card literally can apply to like 3 situations in my life.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So use it for all 3.
What if it's not talking to all 3? What if it's only? What if it
Well
is?
then, but that's
you,
only
again, keeping
that's
the fish.
think about it. Yeah, that's only. It won't be the card's fault. It would be more about like now the next 2, hone in on one situation. Just pick one situation
Because that's the
and
next
then
question.
yeah.
This is how to deal with the situation. Now
Yeah.
your question is, well, what situation? So now the next card or next 2 cards or whatever.
Will determine the
Yeah.
situation it's talking to.
Sick.
Oh Jesus.
Well, okay, yeah. If you're okay, you
Yeah, bro. Let's go.
All right.
I'm all for
Or
it.
the ambulance. Or the wambulance. or the wambulance.
Nah.
The wham-
Never that. Never that. I might just take my mic off and walk out though. I'll just leave this here. Mic drop.
Yeah, right.
Picking one, right?
Yes, first one. Okay. So now within this, so back to the beginning aspect of how we do this reading, you want to basically see what suit it is, and it's what? Wands. Yeah. So now it's upright, so it means what has been achieved.
What has been achieved?
Mm-hmm. So basically, the progression of how you dealt with stuff in the past, how you or what you cut off within this area, right? Without muddying the waters. What will be achieved from it? What's going to be the outcome?
Could it be reassurance? Because like anytime he's cut ties with whether it's business partners, businesses, jobs, he's always done it in that way where it's not. He's never he doesn't leave on bad.
I don't muddy waters ever.
So maybe this is reassurance in how you handle your past.
Mm-hmm.
It's reassurance that that's how you gotta do it in the future.
Showing you that you have a pretty good process to dealing with these things. Mm-hmm. And then to further it, it says that since it's a king and it's upright, in the long term for your own good. So basically, which is it's talking about it, what has been achieved or what will the outcome be in the long term for your own good by doing it, by cutting off what you need to cut off, what's going to be achieved, that's for your own good.
So basically, by using my emotion and my intuition,
I got it.
go. I don't want you to lose it. Go.
the way that you handle certain situations may also not have been productive. It might have kept you in certain situations longer than you have because you're worried about muddying the waters, like some of your friends or.
I know where you were going with that one.
It's like maybe this isn't really serving you.
Yeah, I mean,
for every situation, you know, you don't have to deal with it. Only the ones that deserve that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, absolutely. No, like I said, that's why I'm kind of doing this. There's a bunch of different questions I have in my life and how to handle certain situations, and it's figuring out what this is speaking to. But yeah, you hit it on the point with, you know, sometimes I've let things linger longer than I should have.
Staying on the train longer, right? The trip gets more expensive.
That's it. The trip gets more expensive the further you go in the wrong direction.
Oh man, the time I stopped it too, you wouldn't believe. 33.
Get out of here.
No
Bro,
joke.
I'm telling
What
you.
the hell?
Yo, so
Like, I didn't plan it. I would just stopped it.
Okay.
It ended up being 34, but it was still right around that
So
one.
I got raised to a 3rd-degree Mason last November.
Okay.
Right? That night I left, I went to Connecticut for work. I checked into the hotel room. That was the first time. That's when the 333 started. I checked into the hotel room the night I became a 3rd-degree Mason, and my hotel room was 333. Since then, I've stayed in 4 hotels that have all given me the hotel number 333. Okay, so one of the questions I'm looking for answering.
Yeah.
I flew to Tennessee over the week,
Okay.
midweek, to drive this girl to West Palm that I was seeing. Okay, we're not together, but still kind of seeing her. Driving home, right? We drove through the middle of the night. Left at 7 a.m. Got back to West Palm at 8:30.
Wow.
Driving, she's asleep. I'm driving. 3:33 in the morning. 333 miles left till I get to West Palm.
Wow.
Like, bro, just 333
Yeah.
pops up everywhere in my life.
It's definitely it's screaming at you. It sounds like
really
it's
is.
screaming at you, but it's screaming at you because it's trying to get your attention.
I'm trying to figure out what it's trying
gotta
to tell me.
Explain your grandfather.
Oh, so my grandfather was like my father figure. And it like so 33 and 333 pop up a lot. I went to a business meeting the other day, a really important business meeting. It was on the 33rd floor of the building. My grandfather, and I didn't put this all together. My grandfather was born in 1933. Like I was putting in my phone is his birth date.
Wow.
And like it didn't click until like one day I was putting it in. I'm like, oh my God, 33. I'm like, it's everywhere. So like to me, it's almost like my grandfather's trying to tell me something about what's going on and how to kind of pick it.
Yeah.
I just can't figure out what he's trying to tell me. That's kind of the reason why like this was interesting to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like kind of give me a little bit of clarity on some situations and maybe what the universe is trying to tell me with that 333 number and that 33.
And this is going about to be the third section of the reading next.
Yes.
Once you put that card there, it went out to now. This is the third section of it. So it's some it's
Bro,
there's something there. It's
If I touch those things, they'll burn.
Stay away. This is mine, Danny. It ain't all about Danny this time.
All right, I think we're ready to be on top.
yeah. Let's go. Yeah, get over here.
Swords.
It's good footage. This is great. Come.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's funny because the first 2 were upright, the last 4 were reversed.
And you noticed that too.
And I
noticed
started
the swords here, swords
sword
down.
there. So it was almost like knight, right? Knight with water, water with cup, cup with water. And I went from a queen, it got me to the queen, and the queen went to the king, and now I'm back to the queen of swords, matched up with the knight of swords on that side.
Yeah. So basically, now since it's a queen, reverse. Well,
I don't like that chuckle.
cut back and be ruthless, aborting what is not working.
See?
Because it's still the queen. But now then the next part of it is what suited is it's a swords reverse. That means that it's taking it way out of the box. So taking it way out of the box. So it's being very clear, aren't you? You know, with whatever situation you're dealing with, it's still telling you got to cut it out.
You can't muddy the water if there's no mud around. No, I don't know.
Okay, all right.
You didn't bring the mud.
Craziest part is that literally can apply to all three of the things.
Don't muddy it. What if the water's already muddy and you're taking the mud out?
True.
Well, don't muddy the waters. You know,
How do you unmuddy the waters?
Assuming
Not muddy them.
that you're in an equal component emotionally with with the situation, and you're not gonna, you know, sometimes different things can happen where you could just be spiteful with it, and then you could go, you know, you could create those emotional storms out of spite, right?
Also, so do not muddy the water. Also, allude to, like, you know, looking at a pot of boiling water as opposed to being still, right? Make sure you're not so emotionally charged that you cloud your vision.
Right,
yeah.
So I think
Don't
that
let
muddy
your
in the
emotions
waters
be
is
clouded.
be you know,
Good.
decisive.
Right.
Don't let your decision waver. Don't, you know what I mean? Kind of be decisive on what you want to do.
And what shows you that too is that be decisive. It's really saying cut it off, but because then she has a sword too.
Yeah.
So a sword's all about cutting off what doesn't serve you.
All right, I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. It just applies to, like, it literally applies to so many things in my life.
And now you can what we could do is next I could pull one from the main deck, one card to connect it to, like, this is the energy you're gonna need for it.
All right, let's go.
All right. So we'll leave those cards there. That's fine. Yeah, thank you for letting me try this new way of doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just a little more precise. It's like it could really help. I enjoy it. I practiced on myself the other day. I was like, oh, this is pretty on point, and I took it serious and I went for what it said to do, and it's bearing fruits in what I needed it for. My situation of, you know, going through. All right, so now we're gonna pull one last card for this to give you the energy that's needed for this. So meaning whether it connects to, it could be a planetary energy, it could be a zodiacal energy, like from the zodiac, and what that represents. And let's see what we get. All right, let's flip the card.
Drum roll.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
It's like my man's got a red fez on too.
Yeah.
So, what's that card? Explain it to me.
So this is the Two of Pentacles. So basically, Two of Pentacles. You know, it's showing that there is it's a balance. You're balancing. You're learning. You need to be able to learn to balance and the different storms that are within your life. Because in the back you see the water,
that
you
was
see
the
the
first
ships.
thing I
This is what we're
noticed.
talking about, the ships. That's what kept coming to me. It's all about you're balancing it, but also understand that it's not just about balancing, or it says some people say juggling. It's more about understanding that there's an eternal balance to things.
Yeah.
This is the ebb and flow. There's the figure eight. There's a symbol of infinity right there, which connects to the magician. And it's this showing you that you connect with those all the positive parts of you that you use on a daily basis to get to where you're at right now. Because you wouldn't even be here talking right now. None of us, if we weren't good at our craft or understanding different tools that we're using in life, to be able to have the time to just sit and record a podcast, right? So it's showing you that there's some magician elements here, like learning to connect with it in infinite parts, but understand that this is also it's showing this is something. Pentacles means like material. It has to do with like within the material realm.
You're the main character in your story. A lot of people aren't the main character in their story. You know? And you know that if you take care of you, then everything else will be okay. And you're not. Things don't happen to you. You happen to things. Ooh.
Bar.
Yeah, I like that. Things that happen to you, you happen to things. That's good.
Yeah, so like they literally can apply to numerous things in my life.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it could be this could be talking about my business. This could be saying, yo, just cut it and go back to working for somebody.
And it's.
It could be, yo, just sever it and go take the deal that I have that's on the table now.
Well, the thing too.
You know what I mean?
It could be it could be applied to that if that was like. It's just you have multiple answers, but yeah, you're right. Everything could be saying that to sever that, and it is a tough decision.
Yeah.
I own my own business too as well, you know, and a general contracting business. And it was tough for myself and my brother to decide that. But it was the too much of the ebbs and flows. You know, we needed to think about our future too, if we want to start a family, you know, or whatnot, and get something where we still have the skills, but now we could be paid on a consistent basis with, you know, 401ks and retirement for our skill set.
Yeah.
And sometimes not having to deal with the whole, you know how business goes.
Hell
It's
yeah,
a lot
bro.
of stuff you got to deal with.
Payroll,
it's a lot of stuff.
A&R.
So
all
sometimes you're right. It's about balancing it and understanding that it's okay, because you're not going to lose the knowledge you have doing that. That's never going to leave you.
Yeah.
That's just only going to help you to whatever you decide to go with,
Yep.
or who or what. You're going to be able to handle it because you've done it. You've juggled it. You were juggling it. You were juggling
Absolutely.
it. Right? That's what we were doing. I was juggling it. We were juggling
So
it.
it's like so in any element, right? When you start a journey that you've never been on before, right? You kind of like stop, and you might like not really be so direct in your direction. You might stop and reassess the situation, right? But when you've tackled that journey already, right? And you know the way. Now when you have to do it again, it's faster to get to that point because you already know what way works, you know? So I see.
So I think I almost feel like this is answering my question on business.
Okay.
That's kind of what I feel
Of
like.
course you wanted to say that. But just saying. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. Exactly.
All right, listen, Daniel. All right.
It has nothing to do with romance.
No, nothing.
way.
Nothing.
Sever that? No way.
No, but yo, it could be talking about a certain person in business that I've had questions about for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
And the muddying the waters. Don't give me that look, Daniel. And the muddying of the waters also applies to that situation.
Yeah. It could, bro.
Again, 33.
All right, so let's do another one, and I'll base it on
Because
another
you see now,
question.
if you went into it saying it's about that work thing, then it would have been concrete about that. But since you left it open to three things, because you love threes, so if you left it open to three possibilities, then we really don't know which one it's talking about.
Oh, really? Okay.
But think about it.
I mean,
Because-
that's
we
how
want
I
direct
feel,
in
but
the
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, because you have to. Yes, you got to be more direct with it, right? Or this is the question. I want to know about my career path right now, or whatever, or my employment, my next step. Do I
Yeah,
stay
it was
doing it?
basically that. It was between that
Yeah.
and also a relationship question.
You
Yeah.
can't just shoot the gun. You gotta hit
But that's why I was asking,
Yeah,
like, if I had
alright.
to have a specific question in mind,
So
or
now
with the
now we're
cards.
gonna do this.
With
now,
the cards.
Now we're gonna do this. Now we're gonna do it where we're going to. I have
gonna
to
do the whole
I'm gonna
deck?
move his cards.
Or
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing the-
I'm gonna do past, present, and future pool. Now I'm gonna get
Wait,
back.
how come one of these has a number at the top? Right there.
The two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because it's from the main deck?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because
No, they were all from the main deck.
No,
yeah,
no,
but there's
there's
there
the
goes
original ones.
yeah, it goes up in numbers, like the two of clubs, whatever it is, right? And playing cards is the same thing. So there's some aspects of the cards that are numbered up to a certain point. If I knew the exact number, I could say
I
it.
reset this so I can just hit it because I know your hands is full.
Can stop?
Yeah.
Do you have any metaphysical items? He's like a mason, like undercover.
We hot?
Yes.
All right. So now to
Round two.
round two. So now are you
I'm going to go into this one with a decisive question.
okay?
I'm going to
Perfect.
pick one of the questions, and I'm going to go in with a decisive question.
Yeah, so now we're gonna draw all the energies to give you some clarity on understanding with this particular question.
Yep.
One.
Yep.
Got
Just
it.
one.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So to do that, we're gonna do a basic pull. It's gonna be a 3-card pull, past, present, and future pull. So, cut the deck.
It's probably 33 cards right there.
333.
All right. So let's see. For the past card, pick it out. Pick the card.
I feel like there's a lot of cards that are hidden right now, so I'm going to pull from the bottom.
Why are you looking for the thing that's not for you?
Who said it's not for me?
Who you looking for?
Pass. Okay, it's a pass card. Okay. Ace of Wands.
Inverted. Another one?
Mm-hmm. Okay, present. And then let's do the future. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
God's like, this is the one for you. He's like, nah. It's got to be past that.
Ooh.
I feel like all the answers in my life are hidden. I gotta search for them, so that's why I'm here, right? Searching for answers.
Yeah, so all right, so now in the past, Ace of Wands. So Wands, represents like that archetypal thing. So Wands is like your willpower, connects to fire. But so it means in your past, your willpower, your creativity within a situation is showing it's reversed. So meaning you're not 100% with the way you use it, that power or force from within my interpretation of it. And some people could do it differently, but that's what I'm getting. So basically your past shows the wand down. So maybe you're more directed from material things, to that's what your willpower is really more. It was been more based on something like on material growth. That's what I'm getting from the past right now. So in the present shows the Queen of Pentacles. So now this means Pentacles connects to like wealth. So it connects to in the present time, you've been able to master a way of creating income. Okay, you've been able to govern your realm in a sense, because it shows the Queen, right? In the present. But in the future, it shows the Six of Wands, which is more of like six is like a balance card. So it's reversed. So the Six of Wands is all about like balance, because six is what? After six is three. Here we go, right? Three. So basically, it's showing reverse. So it's showing that you need to basically reverse the way you're looking at the situation in the future. Because if it was upright, then that means that you would have been victorious if you were handling a certain way. But it's showing that you actually need to look at it a different way to be victorious in what you're looking.
You're used to it. Maybe you're trying a new way of looking at it.
Yeah, a lot.
Like this way, solid.
It really shows in the past as something. Whatever the way he was doing it, it wasn't like the most direct way, from the way you were perceiving it, maybe, right? And you're balanced here. You're showing there's some mastery within the question is what you're looking about. You've been able to get to a point, like, right? So, but the future, holds, depending on what because I don't know what the decision, we don't know really, right? What you're going to decide on, but it's showing that in the future, your victory is not really going to come as easily, but there is some balance there in it. But it really depends on what you do with this type of ability you have built up in the present.
Okay.
Will determine what the outcome would be in the future, as we're connecting to your willpower and how you move within the situation. How are you able to balance it? Because Six of Wands is about balance. Six is a nice even number. It gets balanced with 2, 3. It's 3, 3.
So Danny knows a little bit about my situations.
Uh-huh.
So I went directly into this with the question of which you wanted the last one to be about. So what's your interpretation?
So I was going with this is maybe the business element. Like I know you've. Like
I mean, that's what it screams.
That's
like
why.
Like me, a lot of times, because we're such creators, you fall in love with the process of starting over.
Yeah.
And when you plateau, instead of continuing, you kind of, all right, I'm bored. Let me start over, whether it's a business endeavor or anything else. building a car, you know, whatever it is. So, you know, whatever chaos and that frame of mind you've mastered it. But if you continue that way, it's not going to serve the new version that you want or what you're seeking. Like something has to change, whether that be in how you handle business, relationships, you know, whatever it is. You've mastered it, but now it's like it's still not really what you want, and you're not going to be happy with the end result if you continue that way. I don't know.
Okay.
Am I wrong? Right?
No. I think you're pretty spot on.
It's wild. It's also weird that I drew wands and wands in the past and in the future.
Correct. Yeah. So something with the past, within your willpower. You know, Ace of Wands in a deeper level connects to like the archetypal world, like within creation, like meaning okay, now I get why. Because the idea of something. So you in the past you had that idea that you wanted to do to create, and you went through it to the point where like you created it, you know, you did it, and now you mastered it. But now it's showing that you mastered it in a reverse type of way.
I didn't go about it conventionally.
Yeah, you didn't see.
Which is exactly what I did with my business.
That's what you didn't go about.
I didn't go about the way I started my business.
It went in a different way, and that's why the future's showing it in a different way too, because
they're both reversed.
It's mirroring that. It's mirroring the past on how you approached it. So your approach might
have to be different or be the same as how I used to approach it. That's my question.
Might be different to because he's showing this is the laurel wreath of victory. He has it. We know where that's from. So, but it's reversed, so it's not. You're not as victorious, but it still shows there's other people that notice you. There's other people there's other people that you might not see. You're here because you're.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like I had even to see the.
And they're holding the wands too, so it's like maybe you used to do a lot of stuff by yourself and lean on just yourself, and you mastered doing that, right? Maybe you need to start letting other people help you more. I don't know.
Yeah, and all it could have been other people like cheering him on too, because he's got the wreath of victory. So this is a person, or he got the laurel wreath on his head. So this is like you came in and you conquered something. And you got the people that are on the sidelines like cheering you on. Yeah, you did a good job.
But it's in reverse now. So what does that mean? Does the card still mean the same because it's in reverse?
That's a problem, but not every single one of them are exactly the opposite of that.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, it
also,
could.
What's 6? 3 and 3.
Yeah, that's why. But it's still the card that's
on the
meant for you.
third card.
It's still the card that's meant for you, and it's still either way. It still either way shows that there is some victory, but it might not come the way you want it to come. But there's people cheering you on. That's what I'm getting from it.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more.
Do you want to do one more card, or
No, one more pull. One more like
a fresh pull?
Yeah, unless there's more stages to this.
This one is just like that stage. So then I have to
So what was that question in regards to?
The question I went into this one with was Frenchie, but I don't know how that applies. This screams my business deal. That's what this screams to me.
I think that sounds like this is the second time you mentioned it. I think that's a very important thing to you.
Yeah,
It sounds like it's on the top of your list.
I feel like the first one screamed about the Richie situation. That's what I honestly felt like. Because I'm going through that same thing again with him now. You know what I mean? And the don't muddy the waters because we are friends, but we're also, he's my employee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, but you have to cut it off. Like you've been thinking about it for a while. You got to cut it off. You got to do what's best.
I told you twice, yeah.
Like, I kind of feel like that was about the Richie situation. This is about the business situation.
Go into it now, the whole mindset of
The other two questions. That's it. Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go.
Yeah?
You might not want to hear it, man.
No, I want to hear it. I might not like the outcome, but let's see.
I should ask that question.
You want to ask a question too on that? Or do a double reading? I'm like,
I was about to
There you go,
say
like Gabby.
two for one.
yeah, right.
Yeah, look.
All right, cut the deck.
And let's do it in a way where you're not searching. Just stop cutting through stuff that it's not for you. You know, go in there blatantly and just.
Hold on,
Go more.
Because like again, like I'm a big.
He's very
believer-
direct when he pulls.
Right, and
He-
but sometimes
Which
he's
is
not.
fine,
It's like
but yeah.
shifting around.
Oh, but I think he's pulling in an analytical way.
Okay.
It seems like he's kind of like, I didn't pull from him yet, so you know what I'm saying. It's not like he didn't. It's not like it doesn't feel like it was like an emotional thing. He didn't feel it. Yeah, well, if you could cut the deck. Okay, he cut it a little less this time. Okay, all right. Sorry, that one was stuck on the bottom. I don't want. Okay. All right, so now you have it's a new question or a different
Nope.
question?
Yeah, I got the question. Ready
Got
to
it,
go.
Okay, all right. Take your time. Take a couple deep breaths before you pull. Just really, really connect to your highest good for this, with what you really need to. Let your higher self guide you with this pull. And then you're ready to pull your first card.
Gonna go for one right in front of my face, Danny. How's that sound?
Sometimes it's right in front of your face.
Okay.
Take another one.
Yeah, and we could flip it over. We don't have to do reverse. Flip it, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they were
yeah.
both reversed.
Yeah, it's alright. I don't do reverse. So.
Oh, okay.
But I want this one to be like
Got it.
a straight.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh,
Jesus.
wow.
Shit looks like it's about to get heavy.
Oh, boy.
I really don't like the cards. I really don't like what they're saying.
Very, very effective.
Yeah. So this shows within this particular question situation that you're going through, the past, you were the hierophant, meaning you were the one that bestowed the knowledge. You're the one that's like been guiding this certain thing. Okay, you were the one that is seen to know all the answers with it. So like it's like this is a mastery thing. The hierophant is someone that could get the highest knowledge from from the divine, or it could be also like the Pope in a sense. It's just someone who's the highest version within that realm that gets that guidance from above. Also connects to Taurus, so this shows some stubbornness in the past. So Taurus is a fixed earth sign, so Taurus could be a little stubborn. So meaning a little stubborn within the way you were handling it, because you were seen as this hierophant giving out the wisdom. Okay, and the present shows Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is interesting because Ace of Swords is about formation. It's when it comes to like creating stuff. There's the archetypal one, which is the Ace of Wands you got. There's the creative one, the Ace of Cups. But the Ace of Swords is more the formative. This is now in the present. You're forming something. You're forming an item or something that you've thought of in the past. You're making it to a point where you're gonna get it into the next stage. But a sword also shows it's like mastery of like your intellect. That's why there's a crown up top, okay? Because the sword connects to your intellect, and what you think of as. And here, the Hierophant, his knowledge is gained from, being able to have his desires, the rose, and his lilies, which is like his sense reality, being able to subdue those so they're at his feet, and he's an open channel to getting the divine, the influx from the divine, from his intuition, or from your inner guidance that was guiding you in the past. But the future shows the tower, and that is some Mars energy. That is Mars energy saying, nope, you built up this tower, this way of thinking, and it's about to get knocked down. Because it's all about understanding that what you built up was the wrong way of looking at it. And so sometimes we either make change because of inspiration or desperation. And in this case, it's the lightning flash from the up above, which is knocking down your tower of this, what you built up with this thing. It's got to get knocked down, destroyed, in order for you to create something new and something that's more guided and in a less stubborn way. Because this card's showing some stubbornness, some restriction with the situation in the past. In the present, you got that ace. You're ready to form something. You're ready to form something, but in the future shows, you got to knock something down before you form something new.
See, but I go in with the question of business, but this screams business also.
No, not really, because
I went in, I formed my business, and now it's saying in order for me to really grow, I gotta knock it down and
because
start over.
I think your business is the main thing that the
also,
question that you
also went into with the thought of you want to form this relationship, and you did, but now everything's saying don't.
Yeah.
Whatever, whether it's relationship, whether it's business, whatever, the future's showing the what you've built up on your the way you've looked at stuff, your structure that you've built up on it is going to get knocked down. Like, because sometimes this represents like wrong items and how you, like, we built up these false illusionary towers sometimes.
This is what you're hopeful for.
You build it and it's like you build it and sometimes God or the Mars energy is like, nope, knock it straight down, get you back to building it, but build it correctly or in a way that serves you the best. And it could apply to any different thing.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the business thing is something that's on the top of your mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was easily able to make them all reference the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
And they all pretty much on the business aspect of it, we're talking about starting over. One was cutting it off, the other one was starting fresh, and this one is starting fresh.
And look at this too. Wow. Look in the present. Look what we got there. Look. These are yods. There's 3 and 3. It's there. It's following you.
Dude, it really does.
It's really following you.
It really does.
And 3 fingers up.
Yeah.
It's 3 crosses on his thing coming down.
3 people in here.
Yeah, like it just.
It's something's telling you something, and yeah, it's definitely wow. It's telling you something. It's something about the balance. 33, is trying to tell you something in a more deeper esoteric. 33, obviously it's all about like ascending, the energies within your spine, and getting up to a higher way of thinking and more into like that Christ consciousness, that consciousness that's able to really see and act and go through things with love,
Yeah. Oh, that's wild. It's wild that
3 windows there too as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's
3 Roman numerals there. It's trying to tell you. It's telling you something. Yeah.
It's really you can only see 3 points on the crown.
Yeah. It's no coincidence in spirituality. It's all synchronicity. It's trying to show you something, it's trying to open you up to a level of understanding and dealing with these situations.
That's crazy. Well, I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
Definitely some insight. You want to turn?
I'm going to stop it right here, right?
I mean, it does. That makes sense.
All right, so now we're going to do this. We're going to be more on like relationships, you're saying? I'm using a different deck. I'm going to be using...
Did you end it?
we're starting over again. Yeah.
Put my mic on.
Yeah, so for this reading, I'm going to use the Boda deck. This is a deck that I colored before. It's a little personal to me. It's only 22 major cards we're using in the major arcana. So it will be for his relationship question. All right. This one's a little easier. You don't really have to cut it. It's not that many.
We're using a different deck to answer the relationship question.
Oh boy, I need a couple of those.
I'll tell you why, too. Because he was in the middle of talking and he said, yeah, there's only 22 cards in this deck.
Passed, yep. Okay. Whoa, see? Yeah, it was a little more precise. There's only a couple options in this one.
Oof. Danny. So I'm doing the relationship question based off of this deck. Because he had just, I didn't even think about it, but he had just mentioned, oh, the other deck only has 22 cards.
Yeah, this is mine.
Her favorite number is 22. So I was like, you know what, let's do look at the cards. I don't even know what they mean yet. But those are the cards I pulled.
Justice. And look what it's showing. It's showing in the past, there's strength and there's some Leo energy there. Once again, there's still Mars energy. There's Mars energy.
I was at the tarot card class when you were showing this card.
Oh, yes.
Like 3-4 weeks ago.
Okay, wow. Yeah, because Leo, right, connects to the sun, okay? Leo's ruled by the sun. So it's all like that. Leo's a fixed fire sign. So there's a lot of fixed things. In the past, the reading was we had the Taurus, which is another fixed thing. So there's definitely fixed in the way you handle or go about relationships.
Scorpio fixed?
Yeah, you're definitely fixed on the way you handle like relationships. There's like a fixed way about it. There's like but this card is strength, but it also represents, she's taming the lion. She's taming the, so like, it shows some strength in the way you go about relationships.
Okay.
The present, the Lovers card, right? Everyone says, oh, the Lovers, but the present, it's showing balance. This is a card that talks about like discrimination, because this is Gemini. Okay, and this is a Hebrew letter Zion, which means sword, to cut off. So this is all about like understanding, like to really accomplish what you're looking to accomplish with this. It's all about going within. You're gonna need to go within, because this is the conscious mind looking at the female, which represents your subconscious mind, which connects you to the Archangel Raphael, who is above you, or guardian angel, and understanding that you need to go within to figure out what you need to cut off within this. It could be something you have to cut off within the way, the dynamic of it, or it could be completely, only you know that. I don't want it to tell you what you need to do. But then now further alluding to that is the Justice card, because now this is Libra, right?
Which is what I am.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now that's showing you that you need to be balanced. Within this question, you need to be balanced and use discernment to cut off, because Libra is ruled by what? The moon. So which goes back to intuition. So, the moon is a tide, ebbs and flows, right? So it's understanding that but the crown is green, which is also shows there's some Venus in there too as well. So, go do it with love. Let love guide your decision on it. And let it be something that's balanced. But when you make the decision, use the red part, the Mars part. It's all about.
That's the decision.
Yes, in a manner that is peaceful and not muddying the waters, right?
Yeah.
I like these cards. I like them. It could be a little more direct, because it only limits to the 22.
Yeah.
So.
So what was this card again?
So the Lovers represents like love within. Could people say, in the present right now, you're dealing with something that has to do with love, right? But it's all about like loving yourself enough to be balanced within, to get the guidance, right?
Loving yourself enough.
Yes.
To basically be at peace with whatever it is.
Correct.
And okay.
And loving yourself to be, at peace with whatever decision you make, because the future shows a decision. Justice is about decision, right? Yep. When you go to court, a decision is made. Yeah. Whether, Your Honor, either something gets cut off. That's where the sword is, a sword of justice, or the scales get balanced because karma always needs to be balanced. We need to be balanced within it. But yeah, so that's what it's showing you. This is Gemini energy. There's something. Gemini is also ruled by Mercury, so it means that there's an intellectual component to this. That's kind of guiding you with it.
Okay.
But the future shows you're being connecting to your energy, the Libra energy of balance, guided by the moon, which is your intuition. So a lot of it's go within to get this
Follow
guidance.
my intuition.
Follow your intuition, yeah.
Pretty skewed.
Yeah, my intuition's fucked up.
That's why, that's why these things are meant as tools to help people to hone in on the intuition.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of us, no one we didn't go to school to train our intuition, right?
Nope.
It's not, even in academics, intuition is not something we use in the science world, in the academic world. But intuitions can be trained. You can train yourself to listen to that voice that's telling you the right thing. The big V, not the small v. The big V that's the guardian is looking for you, not the small little elemental V's that are trying to say, oh yeah, you were seasoned, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
They probably, you probably weren't seasoned, right? But use the higher self archangel guidance from above within this situation that you want to see some clarity on.
I got
All right.